Welcome to Military Spouse World 1-to-1, a weekday podcast featuring a military family shaker and mover, helping you navigate this amazing chapter in life. Here's your host, Dave Etter.
On today's episode of Spouse World 1-to-1, we meet Desiree Martinez, the brainchild behind All-in-One Media. Let's get to the interview right now. Good morning, Desiree. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks, Dave.
I'm so glad you reached out to become an interviewee for Spouse World 1-to-1. Tell everybody what it is that you do that makes you a shaker and a mover in the military spouse world.
So my company, All-in-One Social Media, actually hires military spouses to be our social media content curators. So we help small businesses grow through social media by putting military spouses to work.
Nice. So what is it that you do social media wise? I mean, it sounds good, but I don't understand.
Yeah. But everyone has a Facebook account. I recently did a white paper breaking down how military families use social media and how they use it for purchasing power and things like that. And one of the things that I discovered through it is that 90% of military families have Facebook. And the number one thing that they're doing with it is they're staying in touch with their friends and family. And then the next thing is staying in touch with their military community. And then the next one is staying in touch with their deployed spouses. So it's really important for businesses to be there for those military families. So we're currently stationed at Dyess Air Force Base in Abilene, Texas. And it is a true blue cowboy-tastic town, but it's also pretty small, at least from what I'm used to. There's three forms of business here. There's the city stuff, there's oil, and then there's the military support services. And there are a lot of really great small businesses in this town, but none of them even have a website.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of them will actually only have a Facebook page and stuff, but they're not tapping into that military community that's here in town. It's huge between active duty, between the growing reserve that's here, between the retirees that come here. They're not doing a very good job talking to them because they're coming in all the time. New ones are always around. The only way anyone ever finds out about these really awesome bomb and pop places is through the local Facebook group.
Right.
So we help small businesses make sure that not only that they're talking to the military families correctly and having an online presence, but that we're helping to market their business on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Pinterest, all of those social networks based on what works best for their business. And so
what you're doing then, if I can paraphrase it from what I think I'm hearing here is that you provide for these small businesses the power of having a social media consultant working with them that normally a big business would have hired.
Yeah, and so our service is designed we're just mainly social media. So we work in partnership with small businesses and then actually other marketing, PR, SEO, website, virtual assistant sort of companies to be their social media team, because so many of those kinds of places, they just and businesses in general, they just don't know what to do. They get burnt out on it. Yeah. They don't have a plan for it. They just need it taken care of. And so our service gives them a proactive way to be there on the regular, and then they're able to be there. Yeah, and they're able to be there when they need to be. Oh my gosh, this thing just happened, or this cool thing's going on, and we're able to handle the day to day. And because it's an affordable price point, it allows for them to just have it taken care of for them without having to worry about it, without breaking their bank, so that then they can also then in turn invest in other, usually more costly forms of marketing, like search engine optimization or public relations and things like that.
So where they've normally been limited to doing, advertising through the newspaper or advertising on radio, buying ads and spending those huge dollars that are involved with, advertising that goes away rather quickly. You're providing with them what we've seen on television on some TV shows, and even if you watch some of the news channels and whatnot, people are running around with them that are handling all of their social media at the same time while they're doing whatever it is that they're running around doing. That person is, that's their Twitter person. And a small business can't afford that.
No. So
you can provide that.
Yeah. So they're able to essentially kill two birds with one stone. They get to have it taken care of for their business, and they get to help put military family spouse to work. So by having that extra sort of feel good attachment to it, it really makes people be more on board with it.
So how many military spouses have you been able to get put together?
So currently we have a team of 5. We've had some spouses come and go just based on the necessity of what they've had going on in their lives. I think we probably worked with a total of about 15 military spouses. I am hiring, so you're
nice.
I need more people. So if any military spouses are looking to supplement their family's income and work from home when they're on schedule, let me know.
Right. And you're at what? allinOneSocialMedia.com.
Yes, and /careers if you're looking to apply.
/careers. Nice. So how do you see this business continuing in, say, 5-10 years?
I really don't think that social media is going anywhere. I just think what people expect of it and how it will be used is just going to continue to change and evolve. I mean, as the needs of social media users and the requirements of social media users evolves, my business will evolve. I've been doing social media marketing for over 7 years now, and it's changed a lot. I got into this business because people were starting to I'm from Phoenix, and so I started networking in that community there, and people who were a bit older than me were starting to ask me that I got asked about to join this Facebook thing, and I don't know what it is. But people talking about how they can use it for business, and I don't know what I'm doing. And they're like, you're young. Can you show me how to do this? It was literally the conversations I would have on a daily basis. And so I started teaching. These were people who were their mid-30s into their early 40s who just didn't get it. And so I started teaching them how to use it. And it was when it was you had your picture on the side. There was no cover. There was no timeline. There was no Facebook Live. It was just text updates were totally acceptable.
Absolutely.
Pictures were the most important thing ever. And they still have a lot of value, but it's more you post a picture and every single Facebook friend you had would see it and like it. There were no advertisements. It was a lot simpler. And as it's evolved and taken shape, I, as a marketer, have had to adjust how I do business for them. The tools have changed. The expectations have changed. It's not just I post something on a Facebook page anymore and it gets 100 likes. I'm lucky if it gets 100 views at this point, So it's just in relation to your question, as the demands change and the needs of users change, the industry as a whole for marketers will change. And I honestly think that while VR is really cool, my husband's a total geek for it.
Good for him.
I have such a hard time getting down with it because I have kids and I have the TV and I have my phone or I have my book or I'm cooking. So having something on my face that just blocks me from my surroundings doesn't make sense for me. I have a job that didn't exist 5 years ago, so, and so
true.
It'll be really interesting to see where the industry goes and what happens with it. And the best I can do is hope to keep up with it so that the regular, because we work with more of the regular everyday businesses. There are your Starbucks and your McDonald's and your sports teams level social media. And then there's your lawyers, your roofers, your local Mexican food place. Everyone wants
your franchises.
Everyone wants to be Starbucks, but not everyone has that budget. I mean, they have their social media team is astronomical and they literally have a social media page for every country that they have a Starbucks in.
Oh, I know.
So, and they have to have someone that speaks that language, understands that culture, and then they have someone who's like pure. Like I have a couple friends that are over there, and it's so they have this small little fraction of this huge brand. But local roofer shop, they work with one marketing company, and they kind of take care of everything for them, and they hope that they can do a great job for them and accomplish what they need to do.
Now, how is this going to be able to go with you when your husband changes duty stations? If you're doing local community, somebody needs to stay there and continue to keep up those clients.
That's not true at all. So,
oh, good.
My business is 100% PCS proof, just like everyone on my team it's 100% PCS proof business. Our team is scattered all over the world. We're actually about to PCS to Korea. The only thing that's going to be hard for me is if I have people that need to talk to me, I'm going to have to figure out the time zone thing, just like you've had to do with Germany, right? And so it's just a matter of figuring out that time zone difference. And then once I get past that, usually that initial sales call, it's all email at that point.
Yeah, when I did the interview with Danielle Tacconi, she was in Korea. So yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah. So and one of my managers is actually over there right now. And so she's been a great resource for me too. I actually don't do much with my local community. Personally, I do. Like I have my MOPS group. I have friends in town. Right. I support local businesses, all that kind of stuff. But as far as like businesses go, I've gone to a couple of like my chamber events and stuff here in town. When I started to do that, then I had knee surgery, and then my husband deployed, and I had 2 kids under 2 to take care of. So it just wasn't a big priority because I had spent a lot of time building my network before we moved here. Email marketing and connecting with people through like LinkedIn and through other people and referrals and drip campaigns I put together and things like that. I can continue to grow it in that way.
Now, I took a look at your pricing page. Yours is much nicer priced.
Yeah, ours is set up where it's all the social media your business needs, starting at $125 a month. You get daily content posted to Facebook and Twitter. You get 3 custom graphics branded for your business each month. And then within that price, we include a $25 Facebook advertising budget because we want to make sure that all this work that we're doing for you is actually going to get you results. And the best way to get results with Facebook is pay to play. So we're going to use the advertising budget usually targeted to get you more targeted likes to your Facebook page.
Outstanding. Now, how does somebody get a hold of you again besides the all-in-one-socialmedia.com? Is there an email? Yeah,
best way to get a hold of us is to see what we're doing. We're on all the social sites under all-in-one, and one is spelled out SM. So all-in-one SM social media. We're most active on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And you can always follow me on all platforms at Miss Desiree Rose for lots of like following our moves and things that I'm doing and like weird kids. the B1 life right now, the C-130 life, that kind of thing. So
Air Force.
Yeah. I have no idea what the planes are in Korea. I'm sure I'll find out soon. So.
Well, it has been a pleasure chatting with you. I am really glad we had a chance to connect. If you get anything really cool and has to be put out to the rest of the world, let me know. We'll do an interview and we'll get it out as a podcast.
Honestly, the best thing that is being a part of this community is so wonderful. We're all so connected. We all need each other because no one really gets us, right?
That's true.
So it's the best thing if you run a business that needs someone to do social media for you, or if you are a company that wants to offer our services, or if you are looking for work, please just start at allinOneSocialMedia.com and let us be that resource for you. Heck, if you even just need help with starting your own business, shoot me an email. I am all about helping. We only got each other, right? So
That's right. That's right. I may be tapping into your expertise as well, because I think this might get very overwhelming for me here.
Awesome. I can't wait to help you, Dave.
Cool.
So thank you again for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Military Spouse World 1-to-1 is a BDE Productions podcast. The views and opinions of the host or any of the guests are not that of BDE Productions or sponsors. Be sure to like this episode and subscribe to Spouse World 1-to-1.